morning with you. My name is Lee. I'm just pressing the button on my computer to be able to go live in two places at once. But I'm so excited to be starting my day with you and hanging out with you. I'm going to be sharing about how I am making $10,000 this month and how you can make $10,000 as well. But I am so excited for you because this is a passive income stream that I'm going to be sharing with you that has changed my life. It's given me time back in my day because it is passive, and it's a passive way to be able to bring in money. So this is my website right here. My name is Lee. I'm a stay-at-home mom of four, empoweredpassiveincome.com, and this is where you're going to go to be able to get all of the details. When you go here to my website, you're going to see a place to put in your email, and that's going to unlock a video instantly on the very next page. You're going to get a video that's going to explain every single detail about this that I'm going to be talking about today. It's going to answer all of your questions in that video. You're going to want to watch that video all the way through because I promise that it will answer your questions. And if at any point you don't get your questions answered in the video that you're going to find here, you can hit reply on any of my emails and I will personally answer those for you. But I am so excited to be able to share this with you. So I am in Washington State. I would love to know where it is that you are tuning in from, because there's going to be people who are hopping on here from around the world. And I want to get to the point of someday of having every single state represented. So let me know in the comments what state you're from, what country you're from. If you're from another country, I would love to know who it is that I'm talking to. But I'm in the Pacific Northwest, beautiful Washington State. It is still early here because it's the West Coast, but so excited to be joining you this morning. Again, here's my website right here for all of the details. That's going to unlock a video, and you're going to be able to see how this passive income stream works and how easy it is to hit $10,000. Like, I did not believe that number myself. So I'm going to share a little bit of my background before we get going. But imagine, for yourself, being able to hit $10,000 passively, because what was happening before was I was working a side hustle. I was selling items for $10, $20. Those $10,000 months were never happening. To be able to hit $2,000, I was having to put in a lot of effort. I was having to put in a lot of time, and it was costing me time away from my family, time away from my four kids. I wasn't able to be present because anytime I was making money, I had to be, investing time into that business, investing time into that side hustle. And what I wanted more than anything, more than the money, was just time back with my family. But I did not see a way to be able to make money. Like, there's obviously things you need to have money for these days, right? Just putting groceries on the table, just getting the car fixed, just being able to get appliances fixed when they break, all of those expenses that keep popping up. And it's like, okay, I'm not even making it with my side hustle, with spending all the time away from my family, with putting in all of that effort and all of that time. Something has to change. I was at a place where I was stressed and anxious and worried. And frankly, I was just so exhausted from working that side hustle, exhausted from trying to keep up with it all, exhausted from trying to just, get the bills paid. And I needed a better way. Like, I could not go on. I had to find something better. And so in May, which is, just a couple of months ago, I came across this passive way to make money from home, fully from home. Like, I don't have to go anywhere else. I don't have to have any sort of expenses. There are absolutely no reoccurring expenses with this. Like, I don't have cost of goods. I don't have shipping. I don't have, any sort of ongoing expenses to be able to run this. So that was huge for me. But the biggest thing is that it has given me my time back, but it's also given me a way to be able to bring in money for my family, hundreds of dollars at a time. So I went from seeing money come in, $10, $10, working my side hustle, selling small products, to coming into a place where I'm seeing sales come in $300, $600, $900. Do you realize how much faster money stacks up at that rate? Do you realize, like, all of a sudden, all of the dreams and goals that I thought were never going to happen, suddenly they're possible with this. Suddenly, I'm not going from just getting through the month, of barely getting through the month, but I'm going to a place of having more than enough, where I have enough to cover all of those expenses, enough to cover all of the bills, and more on top of it. Because now all of those dreams and goals that I had of getting out of debt, of being able to take my family on vacation, of being able to actually live life now, are all possible because of this income stream, and because I have a way to be able to bring in hundreds of dollars at a time for my family, and do it in a way that is passive, do it in a way that has actually given me my time back. And this is the power of having a passive income stream. For those of you who are just coming through, my name is Lee. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 4. And if I can do this, you can do this. Back in May, when I heard about this, I was completely skeptical. I did not think that I could do it. I didn't have any sort of huge following. I actually started brand new here on TikTok. I'm still under 1,000 followers. All that to say, you do not have to have a following. You do not have to have tech experience. So you're going to go here to my website, empoweredpassiveincome.com. You're going to see a place to put in your email. You're going to put that email in, and then immediately you're going to get a video on the very next page that is going to explain all of the details for you about exactly how this works. And you're going to want to watch that video all the way to the end, because it's going to answer all of your questions, and it's going to show you how easy it is. Like for this month, imagine in September, that you get to the end of the month and you're like, I learned these skills, I set up a passive income stream, and I now have an extra $10,000 in my bank account. That is the power of what we are talking about today. So you can head here, you're going to watch that video all the way through, and you're going to see a button underneath that video. When you click that button, after you finish watching that, you're going to be able to go over to my page where I talk about the different products that are available and how you can use those to make passive income for yourself. You're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, and that's where you're going to see the 4 different products available. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. So I want to go ahead and ask you a question. And that is, if you could learn the skills to be able to bring in sales at $900. Like, okay, you're looking at the person who is selling items for $10. Like, I did not think that this was real. Like, how would I bring in something that would, make me $900 in a single sale? I was that side hustler person making $10, $20, maybe 50 or 100 on a good day on an item, but to be able to bring in $900 for my family, like, what would that do for you? And then to be able to learn the skills where you're actually able to attract a customer on a daily basis, and you're able to use attraction marketing to be able to bring this in on a basis. That doesn't sound real, but with this system, this is exactly what we teach you inside of all 4 of those products, is to be able to attract a daily paying customer. Do you realize that $900 a day, that's just getting one customer a day? $900 a day, that is $6,300 a week. And that is $328,000 a year. What would that do for your family? Like, how would that make you feel? What would change for you to be able to see that in your bank account? Would it mean that you would be able to, go on vacation, multiple vacations? Would it mean that you would be able to be financially free? Would it mean that you would be able to get completely out of debt, be able to, send in that last payment on your car, that last payment on your student loan? Would it mean that you would be able to go and buy a house? Let me know in the comments how that would make you feel. Let me know in the comments what this would do for your family. I would love to know what this could do for your family. Would it mean that you would be able to leave that job for good and tell your boss, hey, I am never coming back? Like, what would that do for you? This is exactly what we're going to be covering in today's video while I'm here live with you. I am here to be able to answer any questions that you have about this. So go ahead and drop those in the comments, but I am here for you, and I am here to support you in this journey of you being able to make $10,000 this month. It's September 5th today. You've still got 25 days left of the month. So $10,000 in the month of September is completely doable for you. You're going to get all of the details here at my website, empoweredpassiveincome.com. You're going to put in your email. You're going to be taken to a video where you're going to watch that video all the way through. That's going to answer all of your questions about this. But I want you to get to the vision. I want you to imagine what this would do for your life. Imagine how different your life could be with having a way to bring in money passively for your family, to have a way to bring in sales $900 at a time. Even when you're just getting started out, making $900 a week, that's $3,600 a month, right? That's still life-changing for most people, because this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. If that's what you're here for, that is not me. You can go somewhere else. This is about you learning skills. This is about you learning skills to be successful in the age that we're in 2024, in the digital space. Because the truth is that everything in our world is going digital. Everything in our world is going online, right? When is the last time that you bought something online? Put a 1 in the comments if you bought something online in the last month. Like, yeah, you do that, right? You bought something online probably in the last week, maybe even in the last day. Like just yesterday, I went to Amazon, bought something online. That is digital. That entire sales process, actually, what we're going to be talking about for Amazon and for this, is automated as well. And so that is the beauty of living in this year, of living in this digital age where we have everything online and we're able to actually have a global audience. We're able to reach people from around the world and have customers from around the world. So getting that daily paying customer, being able to see $6,300 a week and being able to hit $328,000 a year is completely doable. And we've got people following this same exact system that have done this and way, way, way beyond for their family. They've been able to hit, 100,000 in just a couple of months. They've been able to hit 300,000 or 400,000 in less than a year and go out and pay cash for a house. So I want you to know that this works, that it's real. Like this, I did not believe it myself. I was completely skeptical. I thought, okay, what is this? I don't understand. I'm going to be sharing exactly what this is in this video while I'm here with you this morning. But if at any time, if you can't stay, go ahead and go to empoweredpassiveincome.com. That's going to get you all of those details. You're going to put in your email, and then you're immediately going to be taken to a video that goes through everything in depth. It's going to answer all of your questions about what this is and how you can get started and see $10,000 this month, because that is could be your reality. That really could be your reality this month. It does not have to take months and years for you to start making money online. It does not have to take months and years of you building up a business and slaving away month after month before you see your first dollar. With this passive income stream that I'm sharing with you, this actually gives you a way to be able to make money right away, because that's what I needed. I was at a place of, okay, I don't have time to sit around. Back in May, I was stressed and anxious and overwhelmed. I did not have time to sit around and try and figure out something that works, to come up with something that works and then make money way down the road. I had expenses now. I had bills now. I needed to be able to bring in money now to cover those expenses. And that's what this passive income stream has done for me, because I've been able it does not, what I want you to know is that it does not take, even months to start seeing real amounts of money. Just in the first 8 weeks after I got started, it was like thousands of dollars that I made. I want you to know that you can do that as a beginner, and you don't need a following. You don't need tech skills. You do not need to have any prior experience. So that $10,000, I want you to envision that for yourself for September, like what that would do for your family. Again, empoweredpassiveincome.com. You can go there, put in your email, and you're going to get all the details. You're going to see that video, watch that video all the way through, because that's going to answer 99.9% of your questions. If you've still got questions after that, hit reply on any of the emails from me, and I will personally answer those and answer any questions that you might have. So I'm going to go ahead and erase this, but I want you to get that hope back for your life. I want you to get, envision you meeting those dreams and goals that you thought were impossible, meeting those dreams and goals that you thought would never happen. I want you to envision that for yourself and allow yourself to hope again, because we get really good as adults of being realistic, of letting go of our hopes and dreams and thinking, okay, well, I might as well just settle. That is not what you were made for. You were not made to settle. You were not made to just get by. You were made for more. You were made to live a life of impact, to be able to have money, to bless others, to have money and time, to be able to live in the present and not just slaving away now just to get through life. Like, what is the point of that? What is the point of just getting the bills paid and hoping that sometime in the future, when you're retired, that you'll finally have the time, that you'll finally be able to enjoy life? No, that is not truly living. And so the very first step of this, I'm going to be sharing so much with you this morning. But again, the website's right there, empowerpassiveincome.com, to get all of the details. But the very first step is that when you are looking to make money online, you have to have something to be able to offer. You have to have something to be able to offer in exchange for that money, right? You have to have a product, a service, a program. You have to have something available. Well, all of the products that we're talking about, they are actually in the biggest industry out there. And do you realize what the biggest industry is right now? In 2024, the biggest industry out there right now, where the most money is being spent, is actually on digital products in the e-learning industry. So this industry, if you're like, okay, what is that? Those are courses, those are services, those are programs, those are memberships. That is what e-learning is. That is where the most money being spent is. It's not on cell phones. It's not on vacations. It's not on, this, that, or the other thing. It's actually on digital products, on e-learning products that people are purchasing to be able to sit and learn from the comfort of their couch. That is actually $1.2 billion per day. Like, let that sink in for a second. $1.2 billion per day industry that is being spent on these types of digital products. Now, if you're going, okay, I have no idea how I would offer something like that. I have no idea how I can make money with something like that. Stick with me, because you do not need to have prior experience. You do not need to know something about digital products. You do not need to know something about e-learning to be able to profit on this $1 billion a day industry. This is what is being currently spent this year, like as we speak. Today, $1.2 billion per day. That's not million, that's $1 billion per day. But that is the biggest industry out there, but it's also the fastest growing industry out there. It's actually, in the next couple of years, by 2027, this number is going to almost triple. It's projected that by 2027, this is actually going to be $3 billion per day. So if there's any time to start getting in on this niche, on this industry, now is the time, while that growth is increasing, like massively, tripling over the next coming years. So again, empoweredpassiveincome.com, for those of you who are just coming through. My name is Lee. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 4, and I want you to know that if this industry, you can profit as well. You do not need to have a following tech experience, tech skills, prior experience in e-learning or any sort of digital products to be able to profit from this $1 billion a day industry. What this tells me at $1 billion per day is these types of products are highly in demand. So that is the very first step, is to start with products that are highly in demand, we'll say. Start with products that are highly in demand. That is kind of the basis for any successful business, is being able to capitalize on where that demand is. So with these products, with e-learning, again, that is the biggest industry out there. It is the fastest growing industry out there. So if you go to my website, empoweredpassiveincome.com, you're going to put in your email, go to that video, watch that video all the way through. You're going to, as soon as you click the button to put in your email, you're immediately going to be taken to the page with the video, and watch that all the way through. There's a button below the video. You're going to click that after you finish watching, and you're going to be able to go to the page that has the products available to be able to profit in this industry. What these are is that you do not need to come up with something on your own. You do not need to come up with something to be able to sell. You do not need to come up with your own course, your own program. For me, I didn't have the time with 4 kids and all the cooking, cleaning, laundry, all of the other things that go along with having kids. I didn't have time to sit down and figure out what it was I was going to teach. I didn't have time to sit down and put together lesson plans and record lessons. But with these are actually already done for you. When you click through, you're going to be able to scroll down all the way to the bottom, and you're going to be able to see the products that are already done for you. And with these products, you actually get something that is called master resale rights, and you get the rights to sell these as your own. What this does for you is it saves years of your life. It saves years of your time of having to go and try and create something, because again, I needed a way to be able to make money right away. I needed to be able to hit the ground running. I didn't have time to sit around and figure something out. I didn't have time to try and go down the road of DIY and YouTube University and try and build something on my own and hope that it works and hope that I make my first dollar several years down the road, several months down the road. So what these products do is they actually allow you to start making money from day one. And that was huge for me, because again, I didn't have the time. So I'm going to have you go ahead and screenshot this here so you can remember $1 billion a day industry. That is what is e-learning, set to massively grow to $3 billion per day. I'm going to go ahead and erase this. Grab a screenshot before I erase it. Website's up here, empoweredpassiveincome.com. And with these products, you get the master resale rights. You actually get master resale rights on the product you purchase, and then all of the ones below that. So for me, for the which one I purchased was actually gave me 4 different income streams. And so with these 4 different income streams, this means that you're able to meet your customers in this growing industry right where they're at, and right in the pain point they're at, right to solve the problem where they're at. These all are geared around learning how to make money online. The baseline product is getting an online business launched. These are going to walk you through the basics, and then all the way up to our legacy builder product. With that one, it is the complete business in a box. It is literally every single piece that you need in order to be successful in the online space, in order to be successful with marketing, in order to be successful with growing your brand, in order to be successful building in recurring income and building in multiple income streams. This is literally every single piece that you need. But what these products do is they give you those income streams. They give you income streams at $900, $600, $300, and $100. So imagine with me for a second, having 4 different products at these amounts and having that money come into your bank account. Because of those master resale rights, this is not an MLM. You are not making somebody else rich with these. You have the rights to sell these as your own. And so what this means for you is that you actually make 100% profit on these. You are not an affiliate making 25%. You're not an affiliate even making 50%. You make one profit on all of these products. So imagine you make a sale, like a ding, and then you're like, wow, I just had $900 come to my bank account, 100% profit. You didn't lose a bunch of money to somebody else. You didn't lose any money to somebody else. 100% of it is yours. You get another ding, pick up your phone. I just had $600 come in. That is the power of this. Do you realize how fast money stacks up? How fast you're meeting your dreams and goals at this rate? This is why it is completely doable for you to see $10,000 a month with these products. This is why that $10,000 a month is so easy to hit. When you have products that are $900, when you're able to bring in $900 at a time, do you realize that this product right here, this is our best selling product? And so what this means for you, when you have all four of these income streams, it actually means that the majority of your sales will be at that $900 level. Believe it or not, it's not that, okay, a lot more people are going to buy this because it's cheaper. That is not true. That is not true in just life in general. And it's not true for these products because this one has the most value. That's going to be the most valuable to your customers. And that's going to get them all four of those income streams. That is why our $900 product is the most popular. That's why myself and everybody in our community is seeing this as their number one selling product. So imagine seeing $900, $900, $900. Again, I did not think this was real. I didn't think it would work for me, completely skeptical until I saw it for myself. And I want you to envision for yourself what that would do for you to pick up your phone and see that you just had $900 come in. Do you realize that to be able to hit $10,000 this month, all it takes is selling 12. 12 of those makes $10,800. 10 And this is the 12 customers. I'm going to be sharing exactly how this works because it's not having to bug friends and family. It's not having to chase people. It's actually using what we call attraction marketing and simply getting your website discovered, getting your website out there into the world, out there in front of the 5.5 billion people on the internet. So I'm going to go ahead and erase this. Grab a screenshot though before I do so that you can remember this and see the hundreds of dollars that you could have as an income stream and see that stacking up. So imagine seeing $900, $600, $300, then another $900, then another $300, then another $600 come in, and imagine how quickly money stacks up at that rate. And it's all without you having to hustle harder, because that was the life that I was living. If I wanted to make more money, I had to hustle harder. With this, it's actually a 2-hour workday, but I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. I will get there, I promise. But empoweredpassiveincome.com, that is going to get you all of the details. You're going to go there, put in your email. You're immediately going to get a video that's going to explain everything in depth for you. It's going to answer all of your questions. So make sure that you watch that video all the way through. And then below that video, when you're done watching, there's a button. You can click that button. That's going to take you to a page where you can see all four of those products. You're going to scroll all the way to the bottom of that page and be able to take a look at all four products that are available. And again, with all of these, you get the master resale rights on them. So when I was looking at these myself, and I realized, you know what, with any of these, all it takes to be able to, break even, all that it takes to be able to pay myself back, all that it takes to be able to cover that investment is making one sale. For me, that was the obvious choice. For me, that was like this light bulb went off of like, why wouldn't I do this? Why wouldn't I jump in, test this out, see how it works? And I totally surprised myself. I thought, I was hoping just to make one sale. I was hoping to just cover my investment. I was hoping to just cover what I had spent, but I've gone way beyond that. And I'm so excited to be able to share this with other people because it has literally given me my life back. It has given me my time back. I've been able to actually be present and quit worrying about money, quit being stressed and anxious and worried about how I'm going to make it through the month, how I'm going to get that car repair bill paid for, how I'm going to get that medical bill paid for. That is all possible with this system, with what I am sharing with you today. So for those of you who are just coming through, empoweredpassiveincome.com. My name is Lee. I'm a stay-at-home mom of four. Again, go there, put in your email. You're going to get a video that gives you all of the details, answers all of your questions. But I'm so excited for you to check this out and see how you can make 100% profit, hundreds of dollars at a time. Because again, that was the background that I was coming from, is only making $10 on products, only making $20 on products. I had to put in a ton of effort just to make $900, just to make $600, just to make $300. With this, money stacks up so much faster. And it was the thing that I needed. It has given me so much hope back and so much joy back. Being able to actually go through the day, being able to enjoy life, being able to not have to worry about getting all of those bills paid, but having a way to bring in these amounts of money passively for my family. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and erase this and continue on to the next piece of this, because once you get your product, you're actually going to, you're probably wondering like, okay, so how do I actually sell these? Like, how do I make a sale? And this is where that passive, this is why this is empowered passive income, is because to be able to make a sale, you're actually going to use what's called an automation system, so that you don't have to be glued to your phone. You don't have to be chasing down customers. You don't have to be tracking down customers or bugging friends and family or hosting parties or, doing any of those things. If you're coming from an MLM world, if you are, maybe you were used to being that annoying friend that's constantly selling the next best thing, or you were friend requesting people, or you were glued to your phone because you were in DMs all day. With this, is actually an automation system, and it's an automation system that all starts with a website that is out there on the internet. Now, before I say a website and you're like, okay, I'm not a tech person, I have zero tech skills, you do not need tech skills, because with these products, you actually get the website done for you. You don't have to have those tech skills. You don't have to build your own website. You don't have to come up with something on your own. So this automation system consists of two things. So imagine with me for a second, I'm going to explain what these two things are, but imagine with me for a second having an automation system, or going the route of maybe, if you were coming from an MLM background, of having to go and bug friends and family. Which one would you rather have? Would you rather have a fully automated sales process, or one where you have to be glued to your phone all day? If you would rather have a fully automated sales process that I'm going to be sharing with you, drop a 1 in the comments. For me, that was the obvious decision. I'm like, I do not want to be the person that's bugging friends and family. I do not want to be the person that is working hard to make somebody else rich. I don't want to, no hard feelings against anybody that is in an MLM. It just, wasn't for me. And so to be able to have a way to automate my sales, to be able to have a way where the entire sales process is fully automated, that means it frees up my life. That means that it is actually truly passive, because this automation system, it is out there working in the background. It is out there working around the clock, 24/7, 365, even when I'm sleeping, even when I'm on vacation, because it's automated. So with this automation system, this is why your income is passive. So empoweredpassiveincome.com. It's passive income for a reason, and it's because of this automation system. Now, the automation system, it consists of two different things, and that is your website. Again, this is done for you. You don't have to come up with something on your own. You don't have to have any tech skills to figure out how to build a website, how to build a web page. So that is your web page. I'm just going to put W there. And so that what that is going to do is that is going to have a place to be able to get your get an email address from your potential customer. They're going to put that in exchange for something of value. In this case, a video. So as soon as that email is entered, there's another page that's going to come up immediately, and that has a video. This is my attempt at a video and a play button. And beneath that video, that is going to have another button. When that button is clicked, then that takes the person over to the sales page. This is where those products are available. And this is where you're going to have those, 4 different income streams that we talked about, and you're able to make a sale directly from that. So you could go from, hey, somebody found you, somebody just found your website, they go to your website, put in their email, go to your video page, watch that video, and they're like, yes, I need this. Yes, I would love this. And then they go over to your page where you have those products available, and they purchase directly from you. Now, this all is possible because you have those master resale rights, and you've set up this page and those buy buttons on this page to connect to your payment gateways. That's how you're able to make 100% profit on those products, because you have those set up with your payment gateway. So you're receiving that payment directly. So like these products that are done for you that we're talking about, you can check that off the list. The automation system, there's just 2 things that you need to set up. Number 1 is the name of your website, to be able to have your own name for your website. Don't worry, we've got step-by-step videos inside of our program that will help you follow along, step by step to get this set up. We've got a 78-year-old guy in our community. I mention him every single day because he's so inspiring. If he can follow along with these videos and get this set up, you can. If I can follow along and get this set up, you can. I want you to know, like, you do not need tech skills, right? So that is one piece of it, is getting your own domain set up. And then the next piece of it is getting your buttons set up for your payment gateways. Your payment gateways is where your customers pay you. So you can set these buttons up to wherever you want to get paid. So it could be Stripe, it could be PayPal, wherever you want to get paid. Then those buttons are going to be set up so your customers can pay you directly. That is how you're able to make that 100% profit. That's how you're able to have those sales come in, $900, fully automated, and receive those payments directly. It's not going to somebody else. It's not going to a company and then you're hoping to get a piece of it. It's coming directly to you because you own those master resale rights. And you've gone through this setup of putting in your own website and your own payment gateways on those buttons. So again, for those of you who are just coming through, my name is Lee. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 4. I was completely skeptical about this. I'm like, what is this? I don't get it. I have no idea what this is. I'm a mom of 4, but I needed a way to make actual real amounts of money for my family and get my time back. I needed a way to be able to bring in money passively so I could stop being stressed and anxious and worried. And that is exactly what this system has done for me. I would not believe it if I did not see it in action for myself, if I did not see it working for myself. And I started seeing it working just a couple of weeks after getting started. And I started seeing thousands of dollars come in through this automation system, through having done for me products. And that is why I'm so passionate about showing up, continuing to show up day in and day out, because it has literally changed my life. So again, empoweredpassiveincome.com. That is my website. You're going to go there, put in your email. You're going to be able to see that video that's going to explain all of the details about how this works. And then below the video, you're going to see that button. That's going to take you over to this page where those products are available. Again, all of these have master resale rights attached to them. And so if you scroll all the way down on this page, you're going to be able to see those products. So this is one piece of the automation. The other piece of this automation is to actually have an email autoresponder. And so these emails are set up, and this is what is doing all of the follow-up with your customer. It's what's doing all of that legwork with your customer. It's what's doing all of the heavy lifting behind making sales. Because here's the truth, is that not everybody is going to immediately purchase. They're not immediately going to find you and purchase. Yes, sometimes it's happened. And yes, I've had that happen for myself. I've had people just discover me like that day, go in and purchase immediately. That happens. But the majority of people are not going to be ready to purchase right away from you. And so that is where this automation system comes in. And this is a email sequence. It's set up to go out approximately 1 day apart. So as soon as they put in their email, they're going to get an email from you. And then a day later, another, a day later, another. What all of these do is they link over to this page so that any point in time after that, all of those emails are going to point back to this page where they can decide, hey, I wasn't ready on day 1, but day 2, I'm ready. Day 3, I'm ready. And, anytime down the line, they're hearing from you. They're getting all of that follow-up with you without you having to spend your time doing this. This is an automated sequence. It's going out, day or night, whether you're there or not, right? It's going out all hours of the day. And so any of those, then they're going to click over to go to your website and then make a purchase from you. That is how the majority of sales happen with these products, as well as any other business out there. This is where the majority of companies are spending loads of money because email marketing works. That is where the money is at. And so with this system, you get all of this automation. You get both parts of these automation. You get the website page, all these web pages. They are done for you. You don't have to figure out how to come up with this page. You don't have to figure out how to come up with this page. You don't have to figure out how to come up with any of it, right? These are all done for you. And then that email automation sequence as well, it is done for you so that you don't have to have the tech skills. You don't have to know any of the tech to get this set up. All you need to do is connect in those payment gateways on your buttons so you can get those payments directly and put in the domain name of your website. Like I had that done in the afternoon. I put my littlest down for a nap, the baby down for a nap back in May when I got started. And I'm like, okay, you can take a nap right now. I'm going to get this done. I got it knocked out in that afternoon. Not everybody is probably going to get it set up that fast, but I was working under pressure. I'm like, I want this done. And I got that done before she woke up. And by the next day, my website was out there in the world, in digital land, out there working for me. So, what would that feel like for you to go and get your website set up today? You wake up tomorrow morning and you wake up a brand new person. You wake up totally different because you know when you wake up, the moment you wake up, you realize I have this automation system. I have these web pages. I have this website. I have this email sequence out there working for me. I have this out there working for me when I'm sleeping. I have this out there working for me when I'm on vacation, when it's the weekend, I'm at soccer games, whatever that is for you, to wake up tomorrow morning. How would that make you feel? For me, like that was so exciting because it meant that it gave me my time back with my family. It meant that it gave me my time back with my kids. And I had a way to be able to bring in money at the same time. So again, empoweredpassiveincome.com for those of you who are just coming through. My name is Lee. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 4. And if you go here, you're going to see a little box to put in your email. You're going to put in your email, and that's going to take you immediately to a video that's going to explain everything. This is going to answer 99.9% of your questions. Watch it all the way through because I promise that it will answer your questions. If you've still got questions after that, you can hit reply on any of the emails from me, and I will personally answer whatever questions that you have. Now, when you get done watching the video, there's a button below that video, and that's going to take you over to the page to be able to check out the products that are available. So again, this is the website here, empoweredpassiveincome.com. All right, I'm going to go ahead and erase this because I do have a little bit more to get through. I need to give myself a little bit more room. So go ahead and grab a screenshot of this before I erase it. I'm going to give you just a second and then I will get going with this. So that is the automation. Once you go through and set up your domain, set up your payment gateways, that is done. You can check it off your list. You don't have to touch it again. So once I had it set up, I had, put the baby down for a nap, set it up. That was done. Check off the list. I don't have to think about that again. So with the product done, you don't have to create a product. It's ready to go out of the box with your automation set up, ready to go. Like it could be set up this afternoon. That's checked off the list. That leaves you with one final thing. And this is simply getting your website out there into the world, getting your website discovered, getting your website, in front of the 5.5 billion people who are on the internet. Do you realize there's 5.5 billion people who are out there on the internet, who are out there on social media and hanging out in places for free? So with this discovery system, this is where the 2-hour workday comes in. And with the 2-hour workday, you're simply working to get your website discovered, working to share about the automation system, share about these products, and get your website out there into the world using free methods. Now, there's kind of 2 different routes that you can go that I'm going to talk about. And with both of these, they are completely organic traffic, meaning, it's not chasing down friends or family, and they are 100% free. So when I say you're making $900 and you're making 100% profit, I truly mean that because you have no ongoing expenses. You have no other thing that you're spending money on. You have no ad spend that you're doing. You have no, other costs. Like, how amazing is that to be able to have a business to bring in $900, $600, $300, and you are in profit mode from day one of every month, right? There is no other business out there that you could have that with. You think about any other business, you're going to have some sort of ongoing cost. You're going to have some sort of expense that you're having every single month. So for example, if you're selling a physical product, you're going to have cost of goods. You're probably going to have shipping. You're going to have, other fees associated with wherever it is you're selling. So if you're selling maybe Etsy, for example, you're going to have your listing insertion fee. That's an example of, an expense that you're having as part of it that takes away out of your profit. With this, there is no ongoing expense with this, no reoccurring expense. You are not spending money on ads. So both of these discovery things that I'm sharing with you, they are 100% free. So that means you can keep all of your money. And so with the first one, this is copy and paste ads. And so this is simply going and posting to, I'm kind of running out of room here, going and posting your products, sharing about your products, and posting your website over to high traffic sites. So if you can copy and paste, like you can do this, right? Do you realize that there are sites out there, websites out there, where hundreds of thousands of people are visiting every single day to look for ways to make money? They're looking for business opportunities. They're looking for ways to bring in income for their family. They're looking for jobs, and they're going to these free sites and they're looking through ads and looking for ways to be able to make money for their family. So by simply copying and pasting over to these sites, you're actually able to get your products out there into the world. You're going to share about kind of what they are and what it can do for them. And then it's going to say, hey, for more information, go to my website. You're going to have your website there. That is how simple this is to get your website out there into the world. Again, for those of you just coming through, empoweredpassiveincome.com, that is going to get you all of the details. You're going to put in your email. That's going to take you to a video immediately. It's going to unlock that video immediately. It's going to answer your questions of everything that I am talking about. If you're just getting here, I'm already almost to the end of this because this is so powerful. It really is only like 3 or 4 steps. So if you want to know, like, okay, what is this that we're talking about? This is going to answer all of your questions. So this first one, the copy and paste ads, that is simply copying and pasting over to high traffic websites where people are already visiting, where people are going to be able to look for jobs. They're headed there to look for jobs. They're headed there to look for business opportunities. They're headed there to look for ways to make money. And so what this is going to do is this is going to get them over to your website. That's going to get your website discovered. And then it's going to get them into your automation system, that automation system that's doing all of the follow-up for you, that has all of those web pages for you, that has that email sequence for you, that is going to do all of the selling for you. So literally the entire sales process, once they get in your automation, that entire sales process is fully automated. So this is one, the copy and paste ads. And then the other kind of route that you can go is using social media. Now, again, this does not have to mean that you're bugging friends and family. For me, I started brand new on TikTok. I went and installed the app like I didn't even have the app. Installed the app, created an account, got started from ground zero, 0 followers. So you do not need to have followers in order to make money from this. My first sale came in, I think, around 300 followers. So all that to say, you do not need to get on a follow train. You do not need to go to one of these, I forget what they're called, grow live. You do not need to, work on building up your following. You can start making money right where you're at without a following on TikTok. That's just one of the platforms, one of the social media platforms that is out there available where you can get your website discovered. So I'm going to list a few out here. So TikTok, I just mentioned. Facebook is one of those. And then LinkedIn, if I can spell it, LinkedIn, Instagram, there's Pinterest, and there's YouTube, which are kind of a little bit more search engine-y than social media, but they still work really well. There's also, you could do a blog post. That's another way to get your website out there into the world for free, to get your, website discovered, to get your automation system discovered, and have people in that automation system going through that where all of your sales are coming from. So with these, with TikTok, with Facebook, Instagram, you're going to be creating pieces of content every single day, and you're going to be consistent with posting there every single day. And I am not a social media person. I didn't think that I could do this. I'm not a person to just hang out on social media and chat, but I'm like, okay, I see a lot of people having success with TikTok. It's a growing platform. That's what I'm going to learn. So I actually, learned how to make a piece of content. I didn't know how to make a video. I didn't know what the plus sign was for. So I literally started from ground zero with the products, with everything that you get. You actually get all of the training to be able to be successful on any or all of these platforms. And you get all of that training to be able to create pieces of content that are going to stop your perfect customer scroll, that are going to invite them to take action and go over to your website, get in your automation system. And that is how those sales are made. So with the 2 hour workday, you're working on doing the copy and paste ads, or you're doing those 3 pieces of content over to social media and getting your website discovered. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hop off here. I'm going to go ahead and erase this, but I'm going to give you a second to be able to grab a screenshot of this so that you have this in front of you. But this is so, so powerful. Just 2 hours a day. This works. This 2 hours a day is possible because you have that automation system running in the background for you. You have that doing all of the heavy lifting for you so that you're not having to be on your phone all day. You're not having to be glued to DMs. You're not having to be friend requesting people constantly. It's out there working for you. So when you put in the 2 hours a day to simply get your website out there in the world, when you put in the 2 hours a day to get your website discovered, to get it in front of the 5.5 billion people who are on the internet, who are hanging out for free on social media, that is where that automation system comes in. That is where that passive income comes in. And that is the power of this system. That is the power of having a passive income stream like this, is because this frees up your time. You do not need to have 2 hours all at once. You do not need to have a chunk of your day of 2 hours. As a mom of four, I didn't have that, right? So this 2 hours, I want you to know that this can be split up throughout the day, 10 minutes here, 15 minutes there, 30 minutes when the baby takes a nap, whatever that looks like for you. It does not have to be all at once. And so as soon as somebody discovers your website and they go there, they put in their email, they can immediately purchase from you, or they're going to start receiving those emails from you that is going to lead them to the page to be able to make a purchase from you. At that point, when they're like, yes, I would love to be able to have done for me products so I can start making money now and not years or months down the road. I would love to be able to have an automation system that does all of that follow up for me. I would love to have a 2 hour workday, and they click that button to purchase from you. That is when you get a new customer, because that customer is yours. They are paying you directly, and that is why you're able to make 100% profit. So I'm going to ask you a question before I go ahead and hop off here and wish you a fabulous rest of your day. But that question is, if you could learn the skills, if you could learn the skills of attraction marketing, if you could learn how to attract just one customer a day at that $900 level, again, that is our best selling product, is that $900. That means the majority of your sales will be at that $900 level. If you could learn the skills to be able to follow that 2 hour workday, master that 2 hour workday, and start to attract customers at that daily paying level of $900, do you realize that that $900 is $6,300 a week? And it's $328,000 a year. If you could learn these skills and you get to the end of this year, you jump in today and you're saying, hey, today is the day I'm drawing the line. Today is the day when everything changes for me. And you start learning the skills. You start going through our training. You start setting up your automation system that is proven to convert. Do you realize that this automation system is a highly converting sales funnel? It is one of the highest best converting sales funnel out there across our community. 1 in 20 people who are hearing about this, who are getting into that automation, are saying yes. That is an amazing conversion rate. We've got other people who are, it's 1 in 10, 1 in 5. That means you only, but on average, about 1 in 20. That means that you only need to get 20 people to discover your website a day to be able to attract a customer every single day at that $900 level. So again, $900, that's $328,000 for the year. So I want to leave you with that final question of, what would that do for your family? How would that make you feel? You jump in today, September 5, today is the day you're like, yes, I'm learning the skills. As you're getting going, it may not be, that you're making a but maybe in September, you make a few sales. Maybe you make 12 sales, you hit that $10,000. And as the end of the year starts to come around, as January 1st starts to come around, you're starting to see this come in more and more consistently. You're building your email list, you're building your brand, you're building your following, and you January 1st, you're starting to see $900 on a daily basis, and you see 900 and 900 and 900. You get to the end of 2025 and you look back in your account, in your bank account, and you're like, I did it. Like, I really did it. I am so proud of myself. I accomplished everything I set out to do, and I have been attracting a customer on a daily basis at that $900 level. You're looking at your bank account and you've got $328,000 in there. What would that do for you? How would that make you feel to get to the end of 2025? And this is your reality. You're so fired up. You do it again in 2026. You're so fired up again. You do it in 2027. Do you realize that in just 3 years, what are you? You are a self-made millionaire. That is the power of having done for you products in the biggest industry out there, in a $1 billion a day industry that is set to massively grow to $3 billion a day. That is the power of having a proven automation system. That is the power of having that proven, highly converting sales funnel and following this proven 2-hour workday. So again, empoweredpassiveincome.com. My name is Lee. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 4, and I want you to know that if I can do this, you can do this. You do not need a following. You do not need tech skills. You do not need to be anybody special. Just as you are, this is possible for you. I want to give you that hope back today. Go here, empoweredpassiveincome.com. You're going to see a place to put in your email. You're going to put in your email, and that's immediately going to take you to a video that is going to answer all of your questions. You're going to want to make sure to watch that video all the way through, because I promise that it will answer your questions. If you've still got questions after that, for some reason, just hit reply on any of those emails and I will answer your whatever questions you have. I will answer personally for you. Below that video, you're going to see a button. So when you get done watching the video, you're going to see a button that's going to take you over to the page where these products are available. You're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom of that page, and you're going to see the products that are available and how you can get started with having these as income streams for yourself. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wish you a fabulous rest of your day, but I want to invite you to hope again, to dream again, to allow yourself to imagine what learning the skills to bring in $900 at a time and learn the skills to bring in a daily paying customer and seeing that $328,000 in your bank account would do for you. It is totally possible for you, my friend, and I want to extend you that hope. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wish you a fabulous rest of your day, and I will see you soon.